Boom, we should be live now. Probably. I have no clue. Oh, that's something I should have checked. I have no clue whether my audio is in sync with whatever's going on with my vocals. It's not. There we go. That's just how my day's going. Welcome all. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to fix this problem in just a moment. Right. So the road will probably need to be. Hang on. I'm going to fix that now. Oh, I hate things. The one things that I didn't check. Right. What do you want on here? You just want a delay. Now, why don't you want a delay? Oh, this is going great, isn't it? It's going great. Right, let's try road. Now, wow. Yeah, how is everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Who have we got? We've got George. Hi, George. I'm glad you're loving the Lovo Beats. I'm great, man. I hope you're doing well as well. And we have got Real James. Hello, James. Yeah, it's very out of sync. Oh, I'll explain the day I'm having in just a moment. Because, oh my days, tech has not been on my side in the slightest. How do I put it in sync? Can you please? I just want to put delay on you. You gonna let me? No? Properties. It's not in properties. Where's it gone, man? Well, this is clearly the start that I wanted. No, don't add effect to that. Add effect to that. Surely it's in that. And then filters and then add. Limiter noise gate. No? Okay then. Hang on a second. I'm going to have to do a little bit of a looky-loo as to how it's. Hello. Sorry, I didn't recognise the username. Oh no, that's cool. Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for tuning in. Right, I now need to just have a quick look at what on earth is going on with this delay thing. So, you know what? I'm just going to talk from off screen. Maybe that's a little bit more appeasing to both the eyes and ears if you can't see me and you can just hear me. Maybe that will fix the issue. Oh, but yes, I have a massive rant about both Apple and Sundial and technology in general just brewing in my head. And that is why everything's a bit all out of whack today. Let's just see, give me 1 second whilst I have a look at how I add delay on here, because it's gone. I can't find it. Add delay to audio. Setting audio delay. Oh, this is fun. In some instances, you need to add audio delay. Yes, I do. Yeah. Fab. It's there in the mixture. Advanced audio properties. Here we go. Sync offset. Right. I found it. Sync offset. So, this is going to be interesting because now I've got to join you all in the stream. How many syncs do we reckon? Let's try 20. Why not? I don't know what that's going to do. I'm not even live anymore. That's why things aren't working. Oh, this is going well, isn't it? I mean, I wonder if this is entertaining. Let me know if me just having a meltdown about audio is interesting. Ooh, okay, so now I'm hearing the audio before the video, so it doesn't want that much delay in it. Yeah? Probably. I've gone on the wrong thing again. Well, this is the joy of streaming, by the way. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it just doesn't want to. So let's try not 20. Let's bring it down to 15. I'm not even after perfect at this point. I just kind of want it to work. And it doesn't help that my phone doesn't want to line up with the live. Excuse me. Am I live now? Right. Still hearing the audio way before the video. Maybe it's more like 3 something then. I've again gone on to the wrong settings. Ah, God, this is interesting. This is not what I expected to deal with today. It's really not. So yeah, let me know how everyone else is doing in the chat, because I think I can probably respond to that in a live way. I'm still hearing, what? How am I getting audio massively before the video? Just doesn't make sense. It feels like it's getting closer. Is it? Or am I just... Hang on, let me try something else. What is the video delay of an Elgato? Because that... here we go. Oh, live the whole... Yeah, my phone's just not connecting to the live video. It's being stupid. There's a bit of wall showing on my wall. Yes, thank you. That you know what? No, I will explain it. Why not? So we actually made these for school. So I painted both of those. They look a bit naff, but I'm quite proud of them considering I can't paint. I can't draw. What are you using to stream, lol? Apple. OBS on Apple with Elgato, and I hate it. I will get fully into that rant in just a moment. Can't click now. I have no clue. I don't know what it's doing. Hang on a second, let me try. Right. Maybe maybe have to go off the audio source and reapply it in order to use the stream. Oh, wait, I need to... Yeah, the audio is just still coming massively before the video. Rah. Big rah. Right. I've been a bit smarter about it now. Let's try that. It's getting closer by the looks of things, maybe. It's just unhelpful that I have like massive delay after I speak. I mean, I could turn the monitor on and do it without the live thing. That might actually help the situation. Let's try using the live function. Can I please Monitor. Can I hear it now? I can, but... Ugh. I need some headphones because you're just going to hear me on loop, which is not helpful. Let's take that headphone off. Oh, I've just thrown it on the desk. Right, we will actually do some PC building today once I sort the stream out. And this is literally what my whole afternoon's been like. Well, and my morning, and yesterday evening. If that's helpful to anyone, I'm just going to look at the screen while I talk so that I can see the hinky stuff. Oh, it doesn't help with the camera in the way. 1, 2, 3. I'm still massively behind. Let's try. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3. No. I don't know. I don't know at this point. I keep slowing down my words as I'm talking because I'm listening to myself. Well, because I'm streaming on a Mac. Oh, the PC build is going to be AMD. What I'm streaming to use at the moment is a MacBook, which is why things aren't going great, because Apple's a big dumb and I hate it. Right, hang on a second. Let me try and work this out properly, because this just isn't going great. It's been 10 minutes now of me doing this. Sync audio to Elgato. Right, so it should be that someone's actually got the sync for it. Advanced audio properties. So it should be where's it gone? Why can't I read the number? Bum, bum, bum. So 650 should be right, but I have no way of actually testing this. I also don't know whether it does it live. I might have to stop streaming and then start streaming again. I feel sorry for the 4 people that are currently watching me just trying to sort this out. I promise it'll be done soon. Hopefully. If not, I'm just going to have to carry on, aren't I? Oh, we're still off by like a couple. Rah. Oh, no, that's... Can you go live? Yeah, we're still massively behind. Okay, let's try this. I will be 2 seconds. I don't know what this will do to the screen. Am I back? There we go. It looks back. Is it back? Right, it's back. Don't go live. Just go all the way to the start. Oh, now I've got an ad on my phone. Why have you got an ad on my phone? Ah, this is just so upsetting. Oh, no, it's because it's stop bad phone. Right, let's try that. Is it synced? It's off. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. And it's frustrating me greatly. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to do this. And then, now, because I've purely given up on life itself. Hello, I'm a bit slanted now. Is that working? I feel like I'm probably a bit more in time if I do it that way. And it might just have to be that this is how life is now. I'm a one camera kind of guy. And now, because I put those milliseconds delay on, it's actually out. Advanced audio properties. Sync with 0, please. Yeah. Let's do that. Now let's try that. Am I up to sync now? I'm aware the colour now looks horrible and has gone all different, but... Hey, there we go. You know what? It's in sync as... That's as in sync as I think I'm going to get today. Because this has been an absolute nightmare. I'm just going to move the camera just a wee bit. So that it's kind of almost where it was before. It's there. There we go. You know what? This is going to have to do. You'll have to let me know in the chat. That looks more in sync. Lovely. Thank you. This has been my whole day. I can hear myself somewhere now. I don't know where I can hear myself from because nothing's playing my audio. But that's fine. We'll just have to deal with that. This is entertaining enough, don't worry. Awesome. Thank you for bearing with me while I sorted that. I'm now using this webcam. So, now that I've done actually sorting out the current problems, first I'm going to sort the immediate problem is that I have to kneel on the floor in order to be in the shot. Oh my god, my knees are killing me. There we go. Right. So, tech has not been on my side today, oh my days. So, probably shouldn't admit this on live, but first tech issue I've had today. Sundial doesn't really have Ethernet access. It's been a pain. Everything's on the Wi-Fi, which is what I'm using now. But I was lucky enough because my room used to struggle with connection so bad. I don't know why it's working today. Don't understand. But yeah, they gave me an Ethernet connection, which is great. I was going to put that. I had that in my old computer, which sits over there. So I was going to change the MAC address. Oh, sorry, I'm peaking just a little bit. Let's turn that audio volume down. Let me know if the volumes all become a bit strange. Yeah, so I was going to just change the MAC address of my laptop so that I could use it over Ethernet because Sundial Wi-Fi, stupid. But no, Mac have removed that function now from what I've done in my research. You used to be able to go into the terminal and just type it and change it, and it was like, no, we hate you. And you're not allowed to do that anymore. So thanks, Apple. You're irritating. Would you like to hear Apple's for those of you who haven't spoken to me before or recently, I've developed a stammer. So if I start talking a load of rubbish today, I do apologise. But yeah, Apple's second irritating fact is it doesn't like Elgato and the OBS. You can get, so OBS, for those people who haven't, for maybe less tech savvy people in our audience, OBS is like the streaming software that I used to run it. So OBS allows me to change from hold screen to this, you can currently see me, things like that. And Elgato is like a little device thing that I can plug a HDMI into and send that HDMI to my laptop. So I could use that for playing games. Or my lovely Sony 7S2? Yeah. 4K camera that I've got, which we were seeing just a moment ago. But the problem with those little HDMI things is they come with a delay, which I had forgotten about, which has been increased by Apple being stupid. Apple's OBS and the Elgato system, they just don't like to play ball. So essentially, even though it wouldn't work with OBS, I got it to work with another app, which is now over on my second monitor over there, and I was just doing a screen grab of that. So I've got the delay from the Elgato thing and the delay from the screen grab, and just, it makes my brain hurt. Shush, air freshener. I'm talking. So yes, Apple, I hate you. You're only good for QLab. That's literally the only reason I wanted you. And that's just been my day. Another question is, well, if you couldn't get the stream or any of the equipment to work with your MacBook, why didn't you just stream from your old computer? Why am I still peaking? Go away, audio. Tone yourself down. So, basically, the graphics card that I'm going to put in today's new computer, look, I'm actually talking about today's computer, isn't that fun? Is this. My child, I love it. It is the Red Devil AMD Radeon something 2700, something like that. I don't know. It's got a 2 and a 7 in it somewhere, basically. And this was in my old computer. My old computer I'm going to be selling to my sister for her birthday. So I bought a new graphics card to go in there. It is a little bit old, it is second hand. I spent all last night trying to get it working and it just won't work. And obviously I need this for today, so it's like, no. So I tried to even get it working with integrated graphics. Still didn't work, and now it's just black screening. So what's wrong with it? I don't know. Am I going to fix it in today's stream? Hell no, I can't be bothered with it. Stream from the new computer when it's built instead. That is my plan. It's I'll go through some of the benefits of my new computer later. But yeah, it's been a journey getting to this point today. So I will not be doing this again, especially because this that you're seeing right here in front of you, you have to remember I'm talking to this one now, not that one. This table, this desk, is actually the desk from my wall. I've unscrewed it and moved it around, so you won't be able to see it, but there's these two like horrible wall plugs just sticking out the back that I could hurt myself on, and it's just kind of sat weirdly in the middle of my room. My room's a mess, basically. Everything back here is the clean piece of my room, and it's not even clean. So yeah, that's all of the fun and the challenges that I have been dealing with today. I can kind of see vaguely when people comment over on a screen over there somewhere, and then I have to double check though what those comments are on my phone. But yeah, that's enough about the problems, because I have had enough of problems today. I'm going to get rid of those headphones, goodbye. So, let's talk new computer. We're going to move this bottle now because it's in the way. Water, hydration. You live down there now. So, start off with, what should we start off with? Let's start off with the CPU. Boom. Ryzen 7. We are looking at the... I don't know, I can't remember what one it was. What one is this? There we go. AMD Ryzen 7 3800 XT 8-core 16-thread processor. I wanted to go higher because I was doing like streaming and editing and stuff, and it just made sense to get it. It was second-hand, but sealed in the box, so quite happy with it. The one thing though that CPUs, it does bug me, is that there, you see that? There you go. That is the sunlight reflecting on it. There we go. That there is all the CPU is, this tiny square. And this is the box it comes in. And look, it's just nothing but empty cardboard. I think it's just so that like people don't walk out with them in the shops or whatever. But there we go, that's that. Now it's occurred to me that I'm stacking these things on the table and you can't quite see them because you're a bit closer now. So let's just let's move you back over there. There we go. If anyone's interested in what my room actually looks like, if you head over to Instagram or over to, that's the wrong camera. Which camera do I need to be looking at? Oh, that's fine. Yeah, Instagram or Facebook, you can actually see the photos I've posted of my room looking a bit broken. Right, so next motherboard. We have got the B550 Phantom Gaming ITX. Yes, I've gone ITX for this, because I am looking at more of a smaller PC case. So for those who might be watching who aren't massive PC people, then hang on, I'm just reading comments. Reusing same boxes for the ones with fans and ones without fans. Ah, also smart. Yes, they just reuse the same box. Ah, okay, that's smart. Okay, so save on different types of packaging manufacturing. So some of them actually contain fans that go inside for the CPU, but this one doesn't. Okay, awesome, cheers. But yeah, I went ITX because small form factor was more important to me. If I'm doing events and stuff where I'm going to be transporting this thing around, fitting more in a small case is more important. I don't want to sacrifice on performance too much, but yeah, this is what we're going with. Don't understand where I'm hearing myself from, but I'm hearing it slightly off and it's a bit confusing, but oh well. Right, so Phantom Gaming ITX. What else do we have? We have got, let's go through CPU cooler. I'm hoping this will fit in the computer because I've heard that there might be some issues with Corsair, but we'll go through that when we start building it. So we have got the H100X high performance AIO liquid cooler from Corsair. So first AIO that I've ever used before. I'm usually just a fanboy. I'll pretend that was intended. So yeah, cooling the CPU. I don't know what else more to say about that. Yeah, cool. There it is. There's that. I'm slowly getting buried by the mountain of boxes. Right. Boring stuff now. Storage. We've got a Western Digital Blue NVMe SSD, 1 terabyte drive. So that will hold the processing unit and that sort of stuff on it. I don't know whether I'm going to go through installing all not processing unit, the what's the word? The OS and all of the BIOS and stuff, just because I've already had enough problems with technology as it is, and I don't know whether I can even plug the monitor in at this point. What else have we got? Oh, we also have for storage. Not that it helps because it's in my old PC. We have 4 terabyte Barracuda hard drive, which is empty because it's in the other one. But I thought for the purpose of installing it, because it might look cool, I have an old broken one here that I'm not going to plug in power-wise, but just to show you where it gets mounted. So let's just chuck that in that box there, and I've remembered I need to kneel. This was not where I expected today's stream to go. So many issues and kneeling and rah, but hang on, I should check whether that's got my address on it. Oops. No, it doesn't. Good. I saw a brown box and was like, uh-oh, address. But no. Although I'm pretty sure it's probably pretty easy to figure out where I live. We have got, in terms of RAM, we have 2 of the OWL, Oloy? I don't know how they pronounce their name. It's a little bit cheaper than what I would have wanted, but I wanted to make sure that I was saving on cost from this build because it's already getting up pretty high and I wanted to check it. But yeah, 2 32GB sticks. No, 2 16GB sticks, sorry. 32 gigabytes of RAM in total, 2 16GB sticks in there. There's that. We have got 2 extra fans for cooling because this thing is going to need it in its small case. We have 2 Corsair AF140 LEDs. These are blue LED ones, like ice blue, which would be quite cool. And they are 140mm fans, which is interesting fitting in a small case, but we'll get to that when we get to the case. Did something pop up there? No, it's just loads of boxes appearing in my room. Fab. Power supply. Last boxed item we have. SF600 from Corsair, just wanted small and reliable. Just does what it says. I'm hoping 600 watts will be enough. I would have preferred 650, but PC parts are hard to get hold of at the moment. Hence why I'm reusing my old graphics card, because I could not get anything new. Power supply can go on the floor. In fact, all of this can go on the floor now, because I'm done with it. It's in the way. Get out of here. I need desk space to show off the case. Go away. Go away. Everything go away. Go away. How are we enjoying the random... Just my brain trying to work today is entertainment enough, I hope. Right, the case. I am really excited about this case. If anyone here watches LTT, Linus Tech Tips, you probably might have seen this appear twice on his channel before, but this is the small factor. It is from Sliger, and it is the SM580. So this thing is absolutely tiny for what is small form factor PC. Well, I say tiny, you can get little small factor ones that are like that big, but you then become limited with how much you can put in them. That's the trade-off, isn't it? Small space equals less in it, in theory, but this, same amount of stuff in it, smaller case. And the great thing about this case is that on the back, you will notice it has 3 what do they call them? Not GPU slots. I mean, they are GPU slots, but my God, my brain has gone completely. Love it. Thank you. Yes, 3 expansion card slots. There we go. God, Jesus. In the back. So this thing can take one 3-slot GPU, or by using something which not many people tend to use, especially if you've got a full form PC, because it's pointless in a full form factor PC, full size one. But it uses I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Bipolar. It's a confusing PC, and I don't know how to pronounce it because I am illiterate, basically, and my stutter does not help me at the moment. But that's fine. Open door. So it doesn't have any screws or anything to remove the sides. It's just got these little ball poppy things, which is what will become interesting later on, because those might become an issue with the AIO, but we'll find out. Right, panel, you're going to live down there. So it all comes packed with all the stuff. There's some stuff in there. We'll go through the stuff in just a moment. We'll take off the other panel as well. Come off. Come off, yeah. Oh, there we go. That's the one thing I don't like about the ball pop things as well, is that obviously they're great for just, you know, toolless entry, which in itself is great, but I fear that I'm either going to, when I pull them off, it's either going to fall off on its own, or I'm going to snap it in the process of pulling it off. But anyway, that is that. So inside you will see that we have this little riser tray here. How well can you see that? Not very well. So this is where this camera was supposed to be used for. I would have just clicked a button to change it, but that doesn't work now, so you're just getting moved. Hello, that's probably a strange shot. Wow, there we go, now you're on the table. Look at that. Table. So it's got this little riser tray, so this is where everything sits in, and it's basically wired up to just this one PCI Express chip, this little thing in there. So you have to enable the splitter essentially on the motherboard, but it will turn one of these trays into two, which is pretty handy. So I don't have two things to stick in it yet, but I always wanted to be able to have the ability to put a video capture card in there if I should ever need it. I'm now just adapting to my camera at this point. Can I not just smooth? This is what today was always going to be. I'm just accepting it now. So yeah, it just, when everything gets in here, you'll start to see just how packed it gets. It's so packed, in fact, that so the two 140mm fans actually cover the whole of the bottom of the chassis. So this is where our two 140mm fans are going to go, and our graphics card's going on the front here. Our AIO is going to fill this entire top rail, and then on the other side we have, that's where our motherboard is going to sit, and then this here vertically is where our power supply is going to fit. So it really crams everything in there, which we'll see as we build it. But where do we put the hard drive then? Well, this is the interesting thing. Ooh, see, that popped off straight away then. That's never done that before, and I don't trust the ball joints. Hard drive goes in the front of the machine. It can actually go in here. So on it we have this little bracket thing which can hold two SATA SSDs, but if you unscrew it, it's supposed to be able to fit a hard drive, it says. Now I don't know if that means that you're supposed to request the hard drive tray mounting bracket or whatever. It didn't seem so. There's a lot of customization with this case that you can do on their website, but it said that it should be able to fit either. But the problem that I've had is when I remove it, it still doesn't look like it wants to fit a hard drive. So I don't know if, I tested it with the old hard drive, so I don't know if they've got old style of mounting screws or something on it. Doesn't seem to me like that should be a thing, but it could very well be. But it just doesn't quite line up properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the mounting screws and just mount it through these holes down the side here. I don't know what they're supposed to be for, I don't know if it's ventilation or what, but I'm going to use them anyway. So long as it stays in there, that's fine. A phrase you always want to use while making PCs. Oh dear, I should not be trusted with technology. Right, so what shall we do first? I suppose the first thing to do, oh no, hang on, we still haven't gone through the accessories that I have for it. What accessories do we have for it in this pile of bubble wrap? Yeah. we have got, what is this? So the power cover. So if you've got a certain size GPU, you can actually request different types of power covers. So like a pigtail one that will just kind of sit hanging out the end, or one that does actually sit flush with the back of it. So you've got, I just went with the one that sat flush against the back of it. I'm hoping that it will fit in my PSU and my GPU all right. So I've got this little extension cord for my power cable. I've also got nice little blank plate for the other PCI card. I've got a bunch of screws for various different things. Screws! We love screws. I don't know why I have so many screws, but we do. Oh, and something else in there. What on earth are you? And 2 other lonky screws. I don't know what they're for. Cool. That can go through over there. What's this? I don't know. How is it even open? I don't know. A phrase that I will say quite a lot. So, let's open this up. That is the back blanking plate. Blech, those are some words. Dropping everything everywhere. Oh no, it's come under my chest of drawers. There it is. So, that's what the power cable will sit against, so that when I screw it into place, okay, it must go on the other side to thread through that way. But yeah, so that will cover up the big hole in the back of the computer, and you can get different styles of those depending on what kind of PC bit you want. And then this one, I know what this one is. Go away, bubble wrap, you're in my way. This one is wrapped very well. It comes with a handle. This is fully steel. I should have mentioned that this whole case is like fully steel. So if I lift this up, the handle on it sits on the top, thereabouts. So this is a fully portable PC. Like, it's going to be heavy when it's built, like heavy with a capital A, but that's going to be perfect for events. And because everything is so nice and compact in there, and the GPU sits sidewards, like on this tray, as opposed to hanging off that way off the motherboard, it means that I don't have to worry about taking the GPU out that much for different journeys and whatnot. I just simply need to pick it up and go, unplug all the peripherals, and then off we go. So yeah, that's what we're using today. In terms of, what's that? Oh, the screw for the handles. That's fine. So in terms of the peripherals, as I mentioned, I didn't buy any new ones because sod that. Let's just re-angle you back up a bit. Hello, you've seen my beautiful face. It's basically all just spread over the back of me. I've got both a cheap LED light up keyboard and another cheap LED light up mouse. Although this mouse I bought from a tenner from a random market in York. And actually, it's surviving pretty well. It's got a bit of a weird click to it now, but yeah, it is what it is. X1 gaming mouse. Who knows what that is? Screen, we've got I already had this as well, a Philips 243V, nothing extravagant. And then for the second monitor, we're also going to have just another random old TV that I had, because it's not going to be the one that I play games on. I just want something about the same size, also preferably with what goes on it, with, there we go, a second HDMI port. That's what I was after, just so that if I wanted to play my Switch, I could plug it into the TV using the HDMI on the side with minimal hassle. Just makes it nice and easy. But yeah, that is everything for the PC build. So I suppose we just get started. Yeah, cool, we're flying into this now. He says, knowing that we're now 40 minutes in, and so far he has told everyone what we've got and discussed a load of IT issues. Fun. Ooh. Yo, yo, yo. Hello, Ellie. I hope you're well. Welcome. You've literally just missed nothing. We're about to start because I've just been rambling about what we have so far that we're going to build the computer with, and that I hate technology. And that is my general mood for the day. So welcome. Right, so I suppose you could start off with the motherboard then. No, we're going to start off by tying my hair back. So yeah, that's something. I apologise for looking very homeless during this stream at the moment. It is because, hang on, I need to use my camera in order to see my hair. It's because lockdown is long and no hairdressers exist. So my flatmate, hopefully, maybe, we'll see what the time's like, because we're both busy people, is going to cut my hair tonight. But also, it's almost Easter. And at the end of Easter, we'll be able to get our haircuts anyway, hopefully, if we stick to them's roadmaps. So, yeah, I look a little bit homeless right now, but when don't I? Yeah, right, let's unbox this. But yeah, how's everyone else's lockdown going? Can't believe I missed a classic Ben Tech ramble. Thanks, Ellie. Yeah, that's literally what everyone needs me for. Just a good old tech ramble. I am both. It's both perfect for streaming and also a curse. Is that I never shut up. I just keep talking, and no matter how much people tell me to stop talking, I just don't. And that's really bad of me. I need to learn to not yamble on so much. But yeah, no, lockdown has been a bit of a challenge this time round for me. And at Sundial, I've become very used to these walls. At the start of January, I did pop some posters on to make it feel a little bit more better. But it's been challenging. It's not been great. But I'm very appreciative that we have a very lovely flat here in our flat. I was going to say which flat we were, then I was like, actually, Ben, maybe that's not a good idea. Oh no, we're definitely 15. Yeah, if you watch the Bauble Bunch at Christmas, we're definitely 15, and I definitely didn't fake that. But yeah, so it's been a bit of a challenge, but it's been dealing with it. I'm very glad to be back in person now, doing learning. We're doing some strikes on theatre shows this week, so I cannot wait for that. Lockdown made me learn I'm not as introverted as I once thought. That's a big mood. Well, for me it's kind of the same and the opposite. It's weird because like I've always thought myself as a introverted extrovert. I am someone who loves to talk to people, but always like second guesses everything in a conversation. But after Christmas and everyone slowly coming back to Sundial and then was out in the courtyard and whatnot, I've just completely forgotten how to talk to people. I'd see people I once used to know and like, oh hi, and now I'm just like, people. You know, like our brains just get so overloaded with lockdown and stuff because we're just not used to it. We've gone without that sort of stuff for so long that our brains have forgotten how to socialise. Excuse me, Ram, do you want to open? No. Can people see what I'm doing? Also no. Right, there we go. Tell you what, stop looking at me rambling. Have a look at this. So, hang on, I'm trying to work out how to move the camera here in a way that means you can see what's going on. What if I do that, and then do that? Kind of wants to be, yeah, there somewhere, there, perfect, way. So, this is our lovely little Phantom Gaming motherboard. I wish it came with a little bit more back audio. It's only got the 3, but 3 should be completely fine for what it is. It's got inbuilt HDMI and an inbuilt DisplayPort. I won't be needing either of those, but we've got those. We've also got USB-C and onboard 2.5 gig networking, as well as... Oh, there's another USB port up there. Oh, USB 3.2, fab. And it also has built-in Wi-Fi, which is 100% what I wanted for this build. I have to have... I have to have Wi-Fi built into it. But the Wi-Fi adapter that it comes with is actually really naff. So it's just this little... It's just a big stick, basically. So I'm going to talk to my sister. I might swap over my antenna with hers. But we'll see. It comes with these lovely like little cable ties. Love cable ties. And we've got a SATA cable in there as well. But I have... Oh, we've got 2 SATA cables in there, which is for like collecting our hard drives and stuff. But I have enough of those, so we don't need those. And I am literally just throwing everything around now, which is probably not the best port of call, but I'm doing that. Ooh, there's a message from Ellie that says it's been hidden. Ellie, what are you writing that I need to be worried about? Oh, you just used the word shit. That's fine. Usually I don't swear on this, but also... sod it now, that's the day that I've had. I desperately need my hair dyed again, and school is shit, but we move. Yeah, I know, the hair... I got so... such a weird... Hello. I've gotten in such a weird place since coming back during lockdown that I actually debated dyeing my hair again. But I chose not to because you can see far too much of my back wall there. Ignore the mess. It was clean until today. Can't believe I got censored shaking my head. Oh, well, don't blame me. I'm not the one censoring it. It's just YouTube. Blame YouTube. But yeah, I actually debated dyeing my hair again, but I chose not to because I have very long hair. It would take ages to dye, lots of money to dye, and it would take ages to grow back again. So yeah, just trying to be nice and what's the word? What am I after? Sensible about the decision making, I suppose. My friend's hoping to dye my hair blue next week, YOLO. Oh, that's so cool. What kind of shade of blue are you going? Are you going like electric blue or like nice deep dark blue? I don't know. I love dyeing hair. I actually bought some little like hair chalk so I can go a bit crazy with it. But yeah, didn't want to dye my hair because I've been trying to watch out all the money stuff. Especially at the moment. So yeah, it's one of the things that I've been very bad in terms of money, literally, because I had this PC coming in from overseas. I was expecting to get one of these texts from Royal Mail. Sorry, I'm just installing the RAM now, that's what's going on. I was expecting to get, no, other way, one of these texts from Royal Mail saying that, yep, you need to pay import tax, and I did. But the first time I got one of those, I was a bit of a moron, and it was one of those scams, and I didn't quite realise that they were a thing and that you could get them over text. And no, yeah, it's hopefully my bank is going to sort it out. But in terms of money, we have no money. That was my terrible Gru impression. But yeah, scammers, man, they are terrible. So if you see any like Royal Mail text or Amazon going around at the moment and you're not expecting it, don't click on it. 'Cause you'll end up like me, and all your banks will read, "You're an idiot." Not even a number anymore. Just "You're an idiot." That's how long my hair is. I'm eating it. Blue Mercury. Oh, that sounds like a cool colour. Right, so RAM going in. What was I going to say about it? Yeah, RAM, just slide in, pop in, easy peasy. There's probably a certain way around you're supposed to do this, but there we go. But yeah, look just how compact these new ITX boards are. Now that they're coming, I think they're getting a little bit more into like mainstream market now, which is really cool. And just motherboard, like, what's the word? Not motherboard progress, I suppose, in general. It's just making like an absolutely massive progress and leap forward in recent years. Because like, oh, pop that RAM in there. There we go. So RAM installed. Because now there is just so much that they can cram onto these tiny boards in such little space. It's great. Right, so RAM in, great. CPU, I suppose. But yeah, what's everyone else been up to during this lockdown to keep their heads out of things? Keep their heads out of things? Keep their minds off of things? I know. Hopefully, we'll be going back into like a lot more in-person learning and stuff soon, which is great. And after Easter as well, everything will start to open up, and I just can't wait to have a pint. Oh, you know what I saw the other day? Mr. Max Louth, if you're still hiding around here somewhere, your video you did the other day, Boris is a Tit music video. Good stuff, man. Well done. That was hilarious. Right, let's pop these. Let's pop the CPU in, and you get the complimentary. No, you complimentary break it. Working, and working from home. Yeah, same. It's just been a lot of that, really, isn't it? Try and like keep your brain busy so that you're it's occupied, it's got something to do. How's the music going? The music's still going? Great. I can't hear the music, it's just hear me rambling. But yeah, no, in terms of like digital work, that's something that I thought like I wanted to speak about today, because like I say digital work, so at Guildhall can I be in the frame just a little bit? I can be in the frame a little bit if I sit on the floor cross-legged like a child. This is definitely not going to work. But yeah, so this time last year, almost a year ago, I was doing a project called the Job Lot 2.0 actually, which was, you know what, I'm going to have to step back up. I don't know why I decided to do this, I just have to lean down a bit. There we go, there's our triangle. So we're lining our triangle up on the brain. Oh, lift the handle up, and it goes in there. And I absolutely love doing that project. For those of you who haven't heard of it, it's basically my own Taskmaster parody that we used to do to raise money for A, our local youth theatre, and B, for a charitable trust called the Jerry Crook Foundation, which is in the honour and the memory of our drama director Jerry. And I absolutely love doing that project. And it's weird to think it's a year ago, and I kind of wished that I should be taking more care of these boxes. I kind of wish I was taking more care of these boxes. Now, I kind of wish that I was still able to do a lot of these like big projects that I wanted to do this year, or even just little stuff. I've tried like bits and pieces that you can find on YouTube here. The job lot's both on this channel. It's also on no, I've also got all my other stuff on this channel, so you can find them just by having a search around and whatnot. But let's pull these peelies off. But yeah, I wanted to try and keep stuff going, but the problem is it's just really hard whilst also doing a uni degree. You'd have thought, like, I'm going to put my rubbish in my slipper and I'm going to forget that I put it in there and step on it later. I'm going to leave that on there because I need to unscrew that. But yeah, it's a shame that I haven't been able to like carry on these massive projects. But I've been trying to do like show people bits and pieces of what I've been doing at uni, which is trying to like make up for it. I do have bigger plans in the pipeline as well. It's just that they take a lot more effort to kind of put through now, because just because I just don't have the time. Just so much work's taken up by school, and that just has to take priority. But yeah, I'm kind of missing doing all these little projects and back home, but it'll be fun to be back for Easter holidays. I'm going to go back for the Easter holidays because I need to work. But yeah, I'm still really enjoying all the school projects we're doing. It's just it's just a bit of a shame that I haven't been able to keep as many of them going as I would have liked. Even like just little YouTube videos has been hard, but I was debating doing like regular streams on Sundays and stuff like that. Maybe that could be a cool like use of being able to like still do stuff and then see people as well. But the issue with that at the moment is just Apple. But hopefully when I get this PC, that'll solve that problem, so we'll see how we do. Oh yeah, as I mentioned, I don't know whether we're going to do the BIOS and stuff on this PC today because... Oh, that's the cover for the thermal pad, that's what that's for. So, sorry, I'm just unscrewing this little board here, which is going to be for our memory. Do I want to put it on there? Or do I want to put it on the back? Because this one actually has two NVMe slots on it. It's got one on the back there and one on the front. I think we'll put it on the front because it's got this little thermal shield on it. Any particular reason why, Ben? No. No, it's just what I'm doing now at this point. You know. Right, so let's pop this in. I'd watch some of these streams. Oh, thanks, man. I don't know what they'd be yet. Whether they're going to be, I could try do some techie stuff, or like some of my project work maybe on a Sunday, maybe also some games, but then also we're doing a lot of that with the Guildhall Gaming Society, so should definitely keep an eye out for that sort of stuff as well. Oh, pop, there we go. You gonna go in? Yeah, there we go. Right, where's the screw for it? Oh, it doesn't have a screw for it. It literally just gets pushed on with the thermal cover, the heat shield, that's the word. So we're going to peel off the peely. Num num num. Peely. Which way round did you go? That way round, presumably. I'm just going to push you down. Make sure you're lined up, which you're not. And then concentrating face. Great, that's close enough. Right, and let's put the screws back in. So that's our internal memory of the thing going in. Well, internal storage, I should say, not memory. Two different things. Right, screw that on a fair bit, and then we get the other one on. But yeah, like, I've done things like that before. I tried to do like some animating, character animation. I've done some games in the past as well. And the issue with it is, like, sometimes I want to carry on doing more digital stuff, like the animation and whatnot. But the games just tend to get a bigger audience. But I don't know, it's difficult. I mean, I get why, because it's difficult sometimes, I find, to make digital stuff like animation and whatnot actually interesting, especially when I don't exactly know that much about animation. I'm just here kind of winging my way through it. That's one of my issues, is jack of all trades, master of none. So, I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but it might be cool to try and get some design and then get live feedback in. So, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I've got an animation project I'm currently trying to work on. It's only going to be small things for now because I'm terrible at doing anything big project at the moment. But yeah, if people would be interested in seeing me, I don't know, attempt to draw people and animate them, then we could always do some stuff like that. We could do some games every now and again as well. Though it'll have to be once I've got this computer and stuff done. So we'll see. No, I'm going to continue to put the rubbish in my slipper. I'm saying it vocally in the hope that I will remember when I go to put my slippers on. Hydrate time. Yum. Right, so we have got, I wish there was a way to zoom this in, but there's not. So we've got our CPU in. It is in the right way, but why the arrow, why the logo is sideways, I don't know. I don't know why Ryzen do this, but they do. I want to pull it out now just to check that I have put it in the right way. I have, which is good. So that's going in there. Cool. So I suppose the next thing to do is take this peely off. I love a peely. Who else here in the chat loves a peely? Oh, did I break the peely? No, I didn't. It's just more on that side. Hang on, how do I do this so you can see it? There we go, that way. Peely, peely, peely. Oh, it came off quicker than I thought. Oh, it ripped. It bloody ripped. No. Oh, peely, this is not what I want. It sounds like I'm giving it like a name. Like a person. Miss Peely. Okay, I can't do that whilst looking at the camera. I'm going to have to do this way around. There we go. Once again, I don't know. One of my flatmates said they might tune in and watch today, and I can hear people laughing in the kitchen. I never know whether they're laughing at me or not, which is always really funny. But yeah, I don't know, if you can probably hear the door going a little bit. There's not much I can do about noise, because, you know, people live here, and that's fair. Everyone's allowed to make noise in the flat. But I actually don't think the audio's that bad from this side of Sundial. We're away from, I don't have a courtyard facing window, so nice and quiet. Nice and quiet. I keep looking up and thinking that I'm on the screen, but I'm not. I realize, look, there I am, but over there's another monitor with me on it, which is the old camera that's out of sync. So that's interesting. I keep thinking I'm on the screen and I'm not. So, oh well. You know what I could do? Hang on, going down, going down, going down. Hi guys. There we go, that's not bad. Boom. Hey, Ollie's here. Thank you, Ollie. Welcome, welcome. Look, tiny PC board. Right, so what do I do with that next? I put the rubbish in my slipper. It's stuck to me. And I think I should put it in the case. That's what I think we should do. Right, so we're going to get the case, and it goes in this side. Right, so slide that over there. Let's do that way. Right. Going down, going down. Yeah. Oh, you. There we go. There's the confirmation that my flat are listening in. Hello, Chen. Bruh, I don't even know how to respond to that. Right, so we need cases. Cases? What are you talking about, Ben? I don't know. I don't even know if people can hear me now because I'm behind the mic. I need the bag containing all of my screws. And the issue with that is, I have not been clean with where everything has gone. And now, all of my rubbish is kind of just scattered over the floor. Have a bit of a quick tidy and figure out where I put those screws. So we don't need any of that. That's done with. I don't need that. That's done with. Bag of screws. There we go. That's done with. Let's take the rubbish out of my slipper because that was obviously a bad idea from the start. And let's put the rubbish in the bin. That seems like a better place to put rubbish. Who have we got? 6 people here now. Hello. Chen has got a message that has been hidden by the chat function, and I've been told that that was Curtin Satch who wrote that and not her. So I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to leave that for my enjoyment. Boop. So yeah, great. Now I don't know which screws we want for this. We want motherboard standoff screws. Now they're not going to be those little ones. They're not going to be those chunky ones. So I'm going to reckon they're these ones on the right. And it was me really. Lies, it was me really. You know what? I'm just gonna let them all argue. You know, I would like to say that Curtin Satch, if you're watching with Chen Yen, if you all are watched on separate devices, I would have more numbers on my analytics, and you know, YouTube would love me more. So if you want to do that, then that would also be great. But yeah, this is welcome to living in our flat, ladies and gents. Can I be seen? Yes, I can if I do this. Right. So motherboard standoff screws. How many do we need? You look like you want 4. Let's go with 4. You know, I'm just not even gonna respond to any of these that are coming through now. Right, so I'm gonna come around the front in order to screw this in, but I wasn't planning on coming around the front to screw this in because my room's a mess and there's too many boxes in the way. No, you know what? That's not gonna work. Sod the whole front thing. I'm gonna lie the bill down, and you guys are going to rise. Oh no, it's squished it in the wrong places. I'm going to have to lift you all the way up and extend your legs. There we go. Lean over. No, wrong way. This would have been professional if the PC hadn't have messed itself up. Right, so here we go. It's going in the case. And we need it to go, irritatingly, it goes upside down. Which is a little bit frustrating, but that's just what happens when you've got ITX builds. Why can't I get this in here? Right, that has to lie in that way round. How much of that can you see? Not enough. Well, you can see more if I remove that from the table. Screw what in? Screw it good. I will screw it good. Don't you worry. We're going to make sure that it gets good. It gets screwed in good and proper. So we're just going to screw the motherboard tray. If I line it up there. There we go. Into the PC case. Boom. Lovely. And I love that these new styles of motherboards don't have one of those horrible metal, what do you call them, a faceplate on the back that oh, I've dropped it. I didn't screw a good curve, unfortunately. I've really messed it up. But yeah, so it just keeps the back looking a lot cleaner, which is great. My neck really hurts doing this. I had a terrible night's sleep last night, and now my neck is in constant pain. Right, let's start all these screws off. There we go, one screw. That's what she said. Well, it is if you're lucky, Curtis. To be honest, I don't know which statement you're saying that's what she said to, so I hope that applies. It probably doesn't, but oh well. Right, there we go. There's the second one gone in. Those I can hear those three in the kitchen having a whale of a time. My neck. There we go. I've dropped another screw because I'm incompetent. There we go. There's the third one in. Now I've not screwed them in all the way. I want to keep it loose a little bit so that we can adjust things. And I'm now realising I should really put the bottom fans in next. Right, let's screw that. Oh, hello. My screwdriver's got a bit excited. And we're gonna just tighten them all up on each of the corners now. Nice and evenly put them all down. There we go. Next one in. Are you going in? Kind of. I don't know if these are the right screws, I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if we should have used the slightly chunkier ones. They look like the same thread, but there we go. Are you happy? Yeah, you're happy there. Good. Right, we're gonna leave you there then. Fab. Oh, my poor old neck. My poor old neck. And right, I might have to go and beat my roommates up in just a second. Just bear with me for 2 seconds. Boom, I'm back. Hello. Roommates have been effectively kicked. And I will carry on with this. So, now this little cable here, which is our PCI Express splitter, needs to go in the top there. And this is going to be an incredibly difficult cable to plug in, because you've got to be careful with it because they're very delicate. But yet also, it just doesn't quite want to go around. Oof. Right, I'm going to lift it up. Can I get any more distance out of that? Ah, I see. Does it want to go behind the motherboard? It might have wanted to go behind this tray here. Now you can't see this, but there's a gap between the motherboard tray and everything else. I think it does want to just go behind there. Can I thread it behind there? Or do I have to take this whole thing out? Oh no, I can thread it behind if I'm careful. Right, let's just try wiggling it this way just a bit. Oh, there we go. Right. We got it through one. I'm sorry, I know you can't see this, but that's because this is fiddly enough as it is without me trying to make sure it's on camera. Go on. There she is. She's poking out the top. You can just about see that. Go, 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 go. Don't break. Yes. Jesus Christ. Everything in this case is so tightly packed in. You know, I don't even think that this is probably where this wanted to go, but it's where it is now. Oh, one of the screws has just popped out. Interesting. I will replace that screw with one of the bigger ones in just a moment. Oh, what do you mean there's a problem with the server? There we go. Satch would like to be next. Of course he would. And you know what, Curtis? I agree. The screws that are bigger would probably be better, actually, in this instance. So we will fix that in just a moment. Right. So let's just slide this in. I didn't realise you were so good at building computers, Curtis. I would say you're welcome to come in and, you know, give it a go, but actually, please don't, because I don't trust any of you. There we go. It's in. Right. And now we just agree to never take that out of there ever again. Hopefully I won't have to though, because I plan on using this motherboard for a while. Right, so let's get one of these thicker screws. And it just needs to go in there. That's the one that popped out, so we're just gonna... Yeah, that feels a bit better. I'm just debating whether we take the others out and use the big ones all round. Let's do that. Let's take them out one by one and replace them with the slightly bigger ones. Just because we want everything to be nice and secure in there. Right. Come out. So one major issue with this case as well, I wasn't exactly happy with, is that for me, the ports on it, the front I/O on this side, even though we've got front USB-C, which is great, I would have preferred them to be on the other side, but oh well, we've got them on this side now, so we just have to leave them there, I suppose. Now, I am not in a position where my neck is giving me is doing me any favours in the slightest, and everything hurts. Right, let's get that in there. Next one. Right. That doesn't, yeah, so I'm glad I was going to upgrade to the bigger ones, because it doesn't even seem like some of them are gripping in there entirely, but they don't look that much bigger. I think they've just got slightly different threads on them. Yeah. Oh well. Live and learn. Screws going in. And we're going to do the fans next. Last one over here. Now the fans are confusing because there are so many different like ports on this thing that I'm not entirely sure which fans want to go in where. But oh, I've dropped a screw in the case somewhere. Where did you go? Oh, it's got a quart behind that. That's not helpful. Oh, great. Hang on, what are you doing, Ben? You've got a magnetic screwdriver. Just... There we go. Got it. Cool. And then last screw going in there. Fab. Right. That's all that done. I could plug in the cables for a lot of things now, but I think it's probably best that we leave it. Now, start getting the fans on. I think it's probably best that I start by taking the top off. Yeah, so let's get the screws off for the top. There's my thumb. That's not exactly what we wanted in terms of visuals, but that's what we've got. It's just the way it's working now. So we've got a set of screws on both the front and the back of this, and the whole top panel should lift off. Now I'm hoping that when we get the AIO and the cooler on here, that it isn't too big that it gets in the way. Right, I'll put those screws under my mic so I don't lose it. There we go. And we're going to unscrew this side as well. There we go. And now we're going to do the front. Fab. I feel like I had, when I started this, I feel like I had such a long list of things that I was going to say. You know, when you get into the situation, it's like, right, let's go, we can actually talk about stuff. It's like meetings. You ever have like a meeting, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to mention this, this and this in the meeting, and you get to it and you're just like, I can't remember any of them. Maybe it's just me. I found that my brain right now is so scattered that in just so many different projects that I can never remember any of what I'm actually supposed to be doing. But do remember that now this whole top panel should just lift off. The front wants to lift off. Why don't the sides want to lift off? Because you're taking that with you. The side, it's got 2 more screws on it. That's why. So there's one here. What's my phone notifying me for? Nothing helpful. Oh, and then you lose the screw because I'm a moron. And then there we go. There should be another one around here. So I knew that I'd have to unscrew this case a lot more than what it comes assembled with. I just didn't realise there'd be quite this many screws. I'm just going to have a quick check on how my laptop battery is doing, because I never know how much battery it's got left in it. I don't even trust my charger at this point. Oh well, it seems to be working. Right. And now then, oh, Ben realises he's undone the wrong bloody screw and he has to put it back in again. Oh, hello. Yeah, I know, I said I wanted you to... Excuse me, what are you doing, phone? Don't start playing the old versions of this screen, I just wanted to make sure we're still going. Right, we'll put this back in here. We don't need that one out. At least not yet, anyway, I don't think. That one wants to come out. I'm very glad that I bought this screwdriver for uni. It's proved very handy with its little pop-out function with all the different heads on it. You just like pop down the end and it just screws. It's very helpful. Right, let's put that away. Screws over there. And now the top comes off. Yay! Oh, he remembers that the top obviously has a power switch on it that you don't want to pull off. There we go. Right, so that's the top off. So this is where both of our, he remembers that the camera's over there. So that's where our radiator is going to get mounted, and that is where our handle's going to screw into. So we're going to pop that down on the ground. Don't need you as of yet. Boop. Right, and now we can get in this just a little bit better. Fab. So, what do we need next? Let's do the, what do they say? Fans. Let's do the fans. Right, so the fans go into which port down the bottom? I don't know, I can't see. I'm probably going to ruin the light of this camera just a second and put a torch in here. So on the board there are like some bare pins, and one of them should be a fan. CPU fan 2 WP, addressable LED 1, RGB LED 1, CPU fan 1. So it isn't one of those, it'll be a case fan. Case fan, where are you? No, you're not any of those. Case fan, hello? You must be one of these ones somewhere. What's that? That's front HD audio, literally as far away from the blooming port that it's plugged into as it could possibly be. Chassis fan, you're that chassis fan. Cool. Now I'm only going to have one of these. Oh, what are you doing? Just don't pin a message phone. Now this is going to be a little bit of a pain because as I plug in these chassis fans, I'm going to put a splitter on them so that both work off of one header, which is completely fine. But the problem is I have splitters at home for the fans, so I have to go home in order to get them. For now it's fine because I was going to just plug one in and it will do me fine so long as I don't overdo the computer. There we go. But yeah, it is a little bit of a challenge. Right, there's some fan screws. Everything's falling over. There's some more fan screws. Right, so now is the important moment where I need to decide which orientation I want my fans to be in. Do I want them in a oh, hang on, wait, no, I was just going to use one of the fan splits from that case there for temporary and then replace that when I get home. That's fine. So, Corsair 140 fans, big boys. Which way do I want you to go? Do I want you to pull up from the bottom and through the top? Or do I want to pull it from the top and out the bottom? I think out the bottom is probably the best plan. So this one is going in there like so, and he's going to slide over that side. Fab. And this one is going to do the same, and it also wants to be that way. I'm just trying to keep the cables close together. And ooh, he hits the PC case because he's a moron. Just need to lift these cables up, and that's going to slide through there. He says, not being able to get it in. There we go. In there. So they literally take up the entire bottom of the chassis. Can you angle you just a bit more? There we go. So they're going through the entire bottom of the chassis. They're huge. Right, let's screw those in then. So I think if I lay it down that way, that's probably the best way to do it. Cool. So let's get our fan screws and just screw those in the bottom. So I figured it was worth doing those now because they're out of the way then. Because otherwise there'd have been a bit of a challenge, I reckon, to get in the bottom. Right. Need a different screw header. We want that one. It's very handy having this on fit ups and stuff, being able just to change the screw heads on the fly like that. Right, so let's try and line this up with there. Where is it? Where are you? There? No? There? There we go, right. That's one in most of the way. Let's put this over here. I'm just going to move a lot of the rubbish around whilst I'm here with fans. There we go. Right. Next one going in. Yeah. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. So I was talking earlier about just going to check that I haven't got any more messages. No, I haven't. Yeah, let me know what everyone's doing at the moment. Curious to see what everyone's up to on their lazy Sunday, even though it's not that lazy for me. I'm here busy working and putting a PC together. But no, yeah, I was talking earlier about wanting to do more upload more stuff on the digital channel, but it's just been really hard right now trying to sort out content and stuff with it, just everything that's been going on. I just have like no time to do anything. It's the worst. Why have I got all these Oh, that's fine. I wondered what those screws are from then. I figured it out. But yeah, no, I'm hoping that maybe I can start trying to work out some more either easier stuff that I can upload with minimal effort, like streams. That would also work quite well. Or if there's any like school projects that I'm doing that I can upload. I was supposed to do it and I keep forgetting. I've got on my channel unlisted somewhere, we had to do a sound design for one of our projects from the opening scene to Toy Story 2, if anyone remembers that. It's where like you see Buzz Lightyear coming in and he's here to battle like the Emperor Zurg or whatever, and it turns out it's just Rex playing a video game. But we had to do like the whole sound design for that scene, and that was actually a really enjoyable project. I only got through half of it. But yeah, no, I keep meaning to make that live, but like if I can do stuff like that where I find a lot of overlap, then I want to start doing more stuff like that. But it's difficult as well, just keep forgetting to do it, because the moment that like school ends, you're so tired and you're just like, I want to rest now, because you're essentially doing a full-time job. So it's just difficult having to, you know, kind of accommodate both what you have to do and what you want to do. But hopefully I'm going to have a look at soon, trying to work out how I find more of a balance for that soon. I think it'd be I want to try and get some like more interesting stuff up and going. I might have to open the windows soon and turn my radiators down, because it's starting to get really hot in here. I presume it's just because I'm working, but yeah, what is the time currently? Almost 4:30. Okay, I'm going to pick up the pace just a little bit with the PC building, because I don't want this to be too long. Right, that's in there. Got to be careful not to overscrew the screws, because otherwise you just end up starting to dig away the thread that you make in the fans. Your fans. Right. I've had so many like different PC fans sat on my room on the floor of my room for like a week now. I keep meaning to make an OnlyFans joke. I'm sure someone else can come up with one, but that's just how busy I've been. I haven't even had time for jokes this week. But yeah, how's everyone else's week's been? Curious to know what everyone else has been up to, because it's now that especially as Guild Hall as well, everyone's starting to go back into person slowly. So yeah, what's everyone else's week's been like? Why is this not going in? There we go. There we go. Right, fans are in the bottom. I'm not even going to plug them in right now. I'm just going to leave the cables dangling out, because why not? Right. I think next we should probably do the power supply. He says crushing a fan cable in there. Yeah, let's do the power supply. Let's bring that around there. I'm just going to have a look. Where's the front audio cable? It's there. It's definitely not going to reach, so it's going to have to go elsewhere in this build, but that's fine. Right, so power supply. Let us do that. I'm going to change my screwdriver tips back out. Oh, kneeling down is really starting to get my neck going. I'm actually a little bit upset at the moment, to be fair, that I can't... Why did I put both of the screwdriver ends away? I need one of them. Yeah, that I can't actually hear the music that's going on in the background. Let me know what you guys think to it. I just found it on YouTube. It's a royalty-free something. I'll have to... when this comes back out, I'll put it in the description. But where's my power supply gone? I've lost it. Oh, there it is. What was this all about? Oh yeah, but I'm aware that it is just like a 2-minute beat on loop, so I don't know if it's just kind of... I wanted something to fill up the kind of... have something in the background while we were all having a chat, but yeah, I don't know whether it's just going to like loop forever. Well, it will loop forever, but I don't know if that's going to become like a bit of a negative thing. Right, here we go. So, Corsair Modular SF50. There we go, there it is. So I'm hoping, it's got a fan in it, but I'm hoping we can configure this so the fan is relatively silent. And this just screws into here somehow. It goes in there. Which way round do we want this? Cables pointing up, cables pointing down. Cables pointing up, I reckon. So this wants to slide in here like that. And that just wants to live at the top there. Now, does it want to be that way round? Or does it want to be the other way round? Oh, let's remove the bit of card from it, regardless, Ben. Now, I should be able to just lie it on the fan there. I can lie it on the fan, good. More rubbish, because that's just the way PC building goes. What screws do I reckon we want from this one? I'm going to think these little ones there. And I'm just going to get a little power adapter that's going to go in the back of this, because we can put this in now. Get a free rubber band with it as well. I will be using that to create a slingshot at some point. There we go. Right, so I want to make sure that this, wherever it goes, can reach where it needs to be. So the power cable just threads in through the back like that. And onto there. That looks about the right way up. And then plugs in there. Yeah, that's the right way around. That's good. Okay, cool. So we can leave that just dangling in the back there because I'm lazy. And we're just going to screw this in. So, power supply going in. Let's use these original screws that we tried to use for the motherboard. In fact, actually, let's put them in there. Look, let's just sit them in now. So we just have to spin them when it gets high enough. There. There. I'm smart. I'm being a smart, you see. Right. That's going in there. Power supply going up. Power supply stuck. No. There we go. I just haven't got any room to get my hands under it again. There we go. So I just need to push it up just a bit more, but I can't because my finger's now stuck on that bracket there. There we go. That's one thing that I was definitely going to ask people. I don't know how many people we have watching currently. Not many. We've dropped a bit, but that's fine. I was going to ask if anyone in the chat has seen the Snyder Cut of the Justice League. I really want to see it, but it's on, what's it on, HBO Max or something like that? I've dropped a screw. Great. So yeah, I've just not been able to watch it currently, but I've heard that it's really good. I've seen like the reviews and stuff, which look great. I just haven't got any way to watch it, which is a sad time. But yeah, if everyone watching will have to let me know what they think of it, because I reckon it's probably one of those things that's... Oh, hang on, right. Does this want a different set of screws in it? No, it doesn't. This one I think is just struggling to deal with the weight on it. Let's put that in a bit more. Just push it up from the bottom. Are you screwing in at all? You're just spinning in there apparently. Interesting. Why doesn't it show me which screws want to go in for what? Okay, I think you want the bigger ones as well. I can tell. Yeah, they're not really gripping in there. I'm able to remove those with my hands. Right, you want the bigger screws as well then. Oh, great. This PC thing would have been a bit quicker to build if I'd have used the correct screws every time. Let's try that. Unscrew it a bit. Unscrew. Yeah, there we go. Right. Let's use some of these then. That's upsetting. I keep trying to find something that'll use. Oh, yeah, well that's fine. That'll use these medium screws, but nothing wants to use them apparently. So you're not even unscrewing, because every time you get close, it just falls back in again. Put some pressure on it with my fingernails and just, there we go. Right, let's pop that in there. Now I'm aware as well that the sun's not going to stay out long, so when the sun goes in, it's going to change all my light levels. I think it's already changed them from start to finish. Hang on, can we, I'm unhappy with this angle now. Let's reframe. Down it goes. Can you pop back just a bit? There we go, that's a bit better. Right, let's get these screws out. Oh yeah, I said I was going to turn down my radiator and I didn't. Let's do that in a second. I'm only going to put 4 screws in this thing because I don't know why it's got a socket for 6. It doesn't need it. 4 is perfectly fine. It's not even that heavy, to be fair. I could understand, you know, because it's vertically mounted, perhaps. You know, it's dangling from the screws as opposed to just sitting on them. But yeah, I don't think it doesn't need that many of them. Right, there we go. Power supply in. Right, and I'm just going to turn down my radiators because it's blooming warm in here. I'll take off my overshirt as well. Might as well. Right. I'm surprised that the Sundial Wi-Fi is actually held up for this stream. I was expecting it to conk out within 10 minutes and then we have to give up, but it seems to be working. I can navigate my room now to get to the radiators. Oh, my neck, my poor neck. It's not having a fun time right now. Right. So then, let's what? Let's what, Ben? What are we doing? So that wants to go over the back of there, but not until we've got our cards in. So actually, let's not put this on just yet. Let's take this power thing out, but just to check that it will reach actually. So that'll go on that side, and then that I'm planning on having turning round there and just sat in there like that. Perfect, that fits nicely. Hopefully that won't be in the way of anything. Cool. Let's put that on there. And thread that behind it. Fab. Right, next job. I don't know. What is the next job? Let's plug some power cables in. Right, so we've got our AC, our wall socket. We don't need that. I have, there we go, 4 power socket screws. Well, I've used the ones that came with the case now. Right, so this is a good thing about being modular is we have all these Molex cables. Don't need those because they're old. Right, PC cables for the motherboard. There we go, motherboard cables. We will need those. Type 4 to the CPU, which we will probably need unless this already has some. I don't know. Probably will need. graphics card, and storage card as well. Right, so where are we going to mount all this? So there is this little wedge here which you're able to stick all the cables in pretty much, but I don't know how much we're going to fit in there. Tell you what, let's work out where some of these cables are going to go as well. If we can start to put cables in, that's very helpful. Right, so this cable just needs to run across the top through here and go in this USB-C port here. You gonna go in? No. Do you have to go in a certain way up? Well, I wouldn't have thought so. Oh no, it does. It does go up one way. There we go. So right, that's in there, and we'll cable tie that round there in a bit. There's this cable here that I've let fall down the side. There should be HD audio, which is that one, which is going to want to do the same thing. And the HD audio is round the back there. So that's going to want to go in there. Go in. There we go, that's in. And then we can cable tie that to that tray there. Fab. What else do we have? USB 3.0. Where did you want to go? On the front there as well. So I think you are also going to come through this top drawer here, or this top hole, and you want to go in that way round. There we go. And I'm going to try and keep as much of this in the there we go, so that can all get tied there. I want to keep as much of this in the front panel as I physically can, because that will keep it nice and out of the way. There's only going to be one hard drive in there, so that should do the challenge. There. Right. I see what I've done. I realise I've put the PC fan cables are on the wrong side. That's fine, they'll just have to thread around the front here somehow. Or under that side. It's alright, there's a little hole on this side of the case. They're going to go through there, I reckon. Right, let's get the motherboard power wired up. So unscrew that one. Right, I need to lie this sideways now. Starting to get bits and pieces everywhere, which is not helpful. 24 pin ATX. So which one do we want? These ones. Luckily, because they know you're doing a small form PC, they know which cables you're going to want. I'm going to do those in a second, because actually underneath those are these cables that we're going to want to use. So one of them is going to be our Type 4 SATA cables. So one of those Type 4 peripheral and SATA, there we go. So we're going to put the bottom one in there. Ooh, snap. Fab. And then we're just going to yeet this through and under here. Now I do need to be careful because our cooling unit, our AIO, does use one of these cables, so it's going to need to get at that. And then in here we've got two, oh, don't say this is one cable all intertwined. Oh, it's not, thank God, it's two individual cables. Great, we only need one of them. So the other one is going to get tied up and go back in the box. And the other one is for our PCIe slot. And we're going to use the bottom one again, because at some point when I put in another card, another video card, we're going to use that one there. We're going to want to be able to get in there. So that one's coming out, and it's going to go around the back like, can you please go the way I want you to? Please don't move any of my screws in the process, you stupid cable. There we go. That's in there now. And it's just moved the screws. Great. Okay. Power for everything else now then. So that chunky boy wants to just go in there. You gonna go in there? Yeah, there's one. And then our next is our other Type 4 that's going. Oh wait, hang on, the CPU? Yeah, there was another cable that wanted to go in there, wasn't there? Where's it gone? That one, CPU and Type 4. Damn. Yeah, CPI Express and CPU. So that one there, oh, it should have gone in on that other side, but oh well. That's fine. So CPU cable going in there, and Type 4 going in there. Fab. Stand her up. Then that's a relatively easy one to get to, so I'm going to leave that till last. This one just needs to go in this bottom corner there. Which way up do you want to go? You want to go in that way up. So that's going to plug into our motherboard. It's going to power central processing unit. And actually I'm not even going to worry about cable tying that because it's just going to sit over here. You just need to make sure that they're all out of the way of the fan blades. As long as you can like tuck them in out of the way, then it'll be fine. So I'm actually going to tuck these ones in down the side of the fans in this little rail just sat there that's like perfect for that cable. Excellent. And then this one just needs to go in there. Which way around do you go? Square in that top corner. Ugh. That way round. That's unhelpful. Alright then. I'm just gonna, like this, go in. Perfect, that's gone in there. And then I've twisted it. I thought I was being smart by twisting it. I was not. Can you let me have it back? Thank you. So that just wants to go in there like this. Go in. Go on, in you get. Thank you. And that'll be fine there when the door's on it, and that's just going to push that in, preferably without hitting any of the stuff behind it. Are you all out of the way of the cables? You are good. Right, that's all in there then. Oh, cable management is a pain. What's next? Let's put in the GPU blank plate. Well, yeah, there we go. So let's put in the back plates. So I'm going to do this from this side so that you can see the back of it. So that one just wants to slot in there. And I'm going to use both of these cables here, so let's just punch a hole in there. Fab. Right, so one of them's going out and it's just wants to go in there. It is going in. The problem I have is that my screwdriver is just a bit too fat at the top to fit in. So put in our blank plate like that. And now I think we'll put in the graphics card next. Yeah, why not? I'm kind of doing this all in the wrong order, but solid. Right, you guys can see the graphics card because that's really easy for me to show. Let's put these cables down there. Well, I'll obviously forget I put them. So I'm hoping this is going to be a tight fit. So it does fit it though. It just wants to slide in there. So this is where I want the window to be, so I can see this, because it's the one thing I've always, there we go, it's clipped in. The one thing I've always not liked about this CPU, about this GPU, is that it looks great, but from that side, and you can just never see that side when it's actually in the PC. But with it being this way up, you can. Right, screw that in. You going in? You are going in. There we go. So that's nice and secure in there, and there's actually a fair amount of room around the back of it, which is great because I'm not even going to cable manage this properly. I'm just literally then going to kind of fake it until I make it and put this in the wrong way around. Excuse me, you want to be that way up, but you don't want to go that way up. Go in there. Perfect. So that lives in there, and I'm just literally just going to tuck that behind the GPU, and that's now out of the way in its nice little reserve channel. Usually there'd be something else in there, but in that other PCI slot we blanked off, but that's fine because we'll sort that out at a later date. Oh, that looks so good sat in there. Nom. Right. What's next then? Don't say the cooler. Don't say the cooler. What else have I got that I can plug in? Hard drive. Am I going to actually be able to plug the hard drive in? Well, my answer is not now that I've put everything else in the way. Interesting. Oh yeah, very interesting. I can't get at half the bloody screws for the damn thing now because I've tried to put that there. I mean, if I take the graphics card out, I might be able to fake it. So somehow, you know what? I'll worry about that off camera. So somehow, the hard drive is supposed to go in here, so we don't need this blank plate. But now that I've put the power supply unit in, I don't really have enough room to reach it. I can kind of reach one of the bottom screws. So I think so long as I can get one screw in one of these bottom holes there, and then get a couple in this top, I'll have to remove the graphics card, but that should be fine. So we'll leave that there, and I'll worry about that at a later date. Let's take that out. Fab. Cool. Right. What should we do next then? Let's put the power pigtail in. No, let's just tidy these cables up at the top here real quick. I'm going to reuse one of the cable ties that came with the machine because that's just, you know, don't need to use my own. It's waste not, want not. So we're going to put that in there. And we're going to tie back our front audio cable. Perfect. So that's been tied back there, so that's out of the way. And now we need to tie back those other three cables. Let's use this one. I can't remember where these came off of. I think they were from the power supply cables. But it doesn't matter too much, as long as we've got something that will keep all of these out of the way. I don't mind what cable they actually came from. And where am I actually going to tie this to? That's a good question. Possibly around this motherboard standoff, if I can just get it in the right kind of fashion, in the right sort of shape, like that. And then if I can do that, and you bend it back round, there we go. I can tie them all to this motherboard standoff. Best place to tie them to? No. Easiest place to tie them to? Yeah. Am I going to tie it there anyway then? Yeah, absolutely. Right. Motherboard standoff in. I'll try and reload. Hey, cool. Fab. Those cables are going to get bent a little bit when they go in, but that's fine. Fab, this is all going in now. This looks great. Right, cooler. The one bit that I'm dreading. Let's remove some of these empty packets. They're in the way. Right, shall we put in the power cable? Yeah, let's put in the power cable. So that needs to thread through this gap here first. So that's there, and then this one wants to thread on that way round. And then, so long as my HD audio, which is this one, isn't touching the power cable, that can just go there. What is that? USB. Yeah, that should be fine. Cool. So now this is on here, and it should just, if I can extend this cable out because it's a bit in the way, should be able to put this plate here. Oh, it's just a bit tall on the graphics card. That's fine if I can just. Oh, I see. I put it in the wrong. Oh, it's on the wrong way round. Oops a daisy. I didn't realise there was one way round for it to go. There we go. Now let's try putting it on that way. Plug that back in there. And now thread it in. Which way? Do you want to be on the outside? Yeah, I think it actually wants to be on the outside. Interesting. Yeah, so let's take this off. Take this out. Who would have thought one power cable would have been so confusing? Put it back on this side. There. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. That gets plugged in there. Fab. Okay, and now it just wants 2 screws on it. Let's see if these medium ones work. They don't look like they're going to. They look like they're sunken screws. Do we have sunken screws? We have little sunken screws. Maybe the little sunken screws will do the job. We have all these screws just lying around after this that aren't going to go to anything. Right. Yeah, little sunken screws for the win. There's one. And 2. Fab. Although I'm actually, now that I'm looking at this back rear I/O plate, I'm actually quite glad that it sits in upside down, because it means that even though some of the text is upside down, only some of it though, it means that my aerials are going to be in at the top, which is good. Right. Cooler, I suppose. So let's move this round. Oh, careful of the cable that's just gotten caught on the side of the desk. Let's move it that way round. Lid. This is the fun part where we find out if the cooler actually fits. So, cooler has to go on this part of the lid here. So I think we have to remove the cooling mounting bracket. So we have to remove more of these side screws, one of which I'd already removed earlier, but I put it back in because I'm an idiot. So you see, this case is just like so cool and interesting, the way that it just all fits together. Because there's not every single bit like has a reason why it's there, And it's just so cool. I love it when like designs for things have actually been like thought out. It just makes it so easy for the user as well. Not that this has been particularly easy in the slightest, but we make do. Right. I'm hoping all these case screws are the same because I'm putting them in one pile. Right, now if I remember correctly, the radiator wants to be as close to these front notches as we can get them. So these front notches here, I don't know if you can see that, there's the one on the back. That's where the side panels pop into, and unless we can reach them, if we can't reach, well no, if the cooler rather is in the way, then there we go. If the cooler's in the way, then we ain't going to be able to close the side panels. So this is why I'm hoping my cooler fits in. Nice. Right. Here we go. Right, so we've got 2 fans that come with it. And we've got our radiator. So let's remove all of the packaging. Don't need that cover anymore. Now these things are awesome. I love radiators. Never warranted having one, but in this case, having a in this case and in this case, having a oh yeah, this would fit absolutely fine. This could have fit a 140mm AIO in here, but I purposely went for a 120 so that it should fit. What was I going to say? Oh no, that's right. I've never had an AIO before because I just never thought them really needed. Now that I, that's the mounting brackets from the side of it, so we're going to want those. What mounting brackets has it got on? Not the right ones. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I've just never warranted them needed before, but with a massive CPU or a reasonable sized CPU in such a small case, it was just kind of needed really. Right, so they want to go in there like that. And then, is there any way that I can just like, yeah, there we go. It's kind of keeping it in place. Kind of. And then we need to mount the fans on it. And this one luckily comes with a lovely little fan splitter, so I can use that so that both of these fans will work instantly, which is great. Right then, so which way round am I going to want the cables? So that's going to go straight back in there like that, but then it's going to flip over. So the cables are going to want to come out of this edge here. Okay, if I point that down a bit more, you'll be able to see that. And we want the arrows on the fans to be pointing up so that the air comes down from the top. Fab. Now we're going to want, AIOs come with so many different screws, so we don't want the longest ones, I don't think. We just want, what do we want, short ones? Oh no, we do want long ones, or these medium ones to go from there into the radiator. And then the short ones are from the radiator to the mounting bracket. So I'm gonna find the screws I need and pop them in. so that I can put the rest of them back in the bag, because otherwise I've just have so many different like mounting things for this, just kind of like floating everywhere. Although I think we do need certain bits and pieces, like I do need that and that and that and that. Cool. Oh, these have got washers that could have gone on as well. Does it need the washers? I don't think so. Is that probably a poor decision? Yes. Is it the one that I've made anyway? Yes. I'm starting to get really hungry. It's now 5 o'clock. I don't think I'm going to install the BIOS on this now, so I haven't actually had a proper lunch. So we will worry about that when it comes to it. But yeah, I think this will be what I'm working on throughout the rest of this week. I'm going to just slowly get BIOS updated on it. I'll use my laptop for lessons and whatnot this week, I reckon, and we'll just go from there. Right, how are we doing? Not doing too bad. Right, I want to finish this up relatively soon, so let's get these fans in it. I think this is the last bit to go on though, which is good. So, is it the last bit to go on? I mean, it's the last box we've got, so I'm going to presume it's the last bit. Have I put that on in the right orientation? I believe so. And these fans are literally gonna come right butt up to this as well, so it's gonna be a very tight fit. But I'm sure it's nothing that we can't get to work. And then the last one going in there. Right. Don't think I need the rest of these, so let's get these all in the case. Why do I have these 2 extra thumb screws? I don't know. Oh, for Intel, that's why they're for the Intel mount and brackets. AMD you only need 2, and you only need these little, they come with these little like ring clip things, which are very helpful. Just like hook them on, if that makes sense. Right, let's not worry about that yet. Now I don't have thermal paste, but the stock thing does come included with thermal paste, so it's fine. If it comes included with it by a manufacturer of PC parts, they probably know what they're doing. Why have I put all of these back? I still need 4 to attach the radiator to the mounting point. So there's 1 already on the desk. 2, 3, and another one for me, please. 4, there it is, there it is, there it is. Come here, you tiny screw. Oh wait, that one's 1 as well. 4. Cool, fab. And then these washers. Oh no, I think I want 2 of them. Maybe even 4 of them actually. Yeah, let's keep a couple of the washers out. I don't mind plastic on plastic, but when it's metal on metal, then you should probably have a little plastic washer in the middle, just to keep it looking nice, as well as functioning properly. But I'm cutting a few corners now at this point, I think. Right, there's that one in there, and I can't believe that Sundial Wi-Fi is not cut out yet. I don't understand, like, how it's... Usually it's so rubbish, but today it just seems okay. Right. Let's screw all of these in. Fab. 2, 3. 4. Oh, so many screws in a PC build. Let's kneel down again because my neck is starting to get really painful. I don't know how. It's starting to pick up Singlish now. I don't know how I slept last night in such a fashion that my neck has just been constant pain all day, but it has been, so I don't really know. Yeah, I just don't really know what else to do about it, really. Just need another sleep again to even myself out. There we go. Right. That's that bit on there. So now I'm going to be stupid and dangle it off the table with that bit pointing forwards so that I can mount it on this. So they want to go there. So actually we want to get all of these with a metal washer on them. I'm very glad looking at this I went for a 120 and not a 140 because it means that there is no way on earth that these are going to interact with the outer edges. There's no way that the side panel mechanisms are going to become in the way of anything. I don't know why I've put these on like that. I've been stupid. Let's take these off. The washers need to go there. 2. There's supposed to be more. There's spaces for more screws on these sides, but I can't really see that it matters too much that I've not put 8 screws in this thing. I think 8 screws in this is a bit excessive. And now that's the front, so we gently put those down so that we don't. I was going to say so we don't move the washers, but he messed it up, and the washers all moved anyway. It's fine. Just need to lightly get you positioned in, and then. There we go, it's 1. And then we can get it all nice and firmly seated once it's in. 2. Are you going to figure out why you're not going in? There we go, 3. No, that was 2, I can't count. That one's 3. This one is 4. That is how numbers work, ladies and gents. Just in case you've never heard of numbers before, because apparently I haven't. Right, I might as well just kind of sit this evenly between the 2 in the middle because it's got a wee bit of wiggle to it. So you can fit a 140mm radiator in this. It's got mounting points for it, but it has to be like. I think it's like the Kraken is one of them that it's someone has tried this out in this case and they say that it fits, but honestly I don't think I'm gonna need 140. The only other difference is it just covers the whole of this, but I don't really see that that's gonna be much of an issue for me. Right, so we have it all nice and screwed in now. Our massive chunky radiator boy is chilling on the top there. So then let's continue to dangle that there precariously. And let's screw the side panel back onto this. Or the side panel? The top panel. So I'm going to need to turn this over. Sorry radiator, please be careful. I don't know if the radiator needs filling or not. That is one thing that I have absolutely no clue what you have to do for a radiator. Do you have to fill a radiator? I don't think so. I think they come pre-filled. Liquid CPU cooler. But if we do, now's the time to test it. Well, let's skip forward to the A&D section. Installing the pump. Prepare the mounting bracket, install the fans on the radiator, boring. Yeah, I don't think you need to fill them. Well, we'll see. If anyone in the chat has done this before, then please feel free to let me know. Right, let's make sure this is in line. It is. So we've got 4 screws just to connect this back up. I think we're almost there, ladies and gents. We are not far off. Let's get 1 screw, 2 screws. Right. I now need to turn this around. I don't know why I'm dragging it across the desk. It's probably not very good for it, but oops. I suddenly got confused as to why there were so many screws on my desk. It's because of those medium screws. I never did put a medium screw in anything. Oh well. Right, there we go. So, that's those on. Let's sit this back on the actual main chassis. So we turn it over. Let's see, where's the best way to frame this up? Just angle that back just a wee bit. There we go. And this, yep, just wants to sit. Let's bring this on the side. It should be at over here. Oh, it's not liking existence, I'm not gonna lie. That's because that cable's in the way and they want to be on the front, that'll be why. Hello? Are you gonna sit in here as you should? Please? There, you want to go on there. There we go. Right, the back's in place. It's a little bit tight fitting, but ooh. There we go. Wait, do they want to go? It wants to go that way around. There we go. Right, it's in. Now we've just got some screws to put in place. I've got 6. I think it's 2 around the back here. Nope. Why don't you want to go in? Definitely is 2 around the back here. These ones just don't want to go in. Just not quite lining up properly. What's in your way? I reckon you're just maybe supposed to be in front of that? Perhaps? Doesn't look right, no. They definitely want to be behind that. So that's right there. Why won't you fit in? These screw points at the back here just aren't quite fitting in properly. What was that? I heard something slide. I don't trust it when things slide. I wonder if it was the camera. Why won't you go in? Excuse you. Mr. PC Case, why won't you go in? Right, let's take it out and have a look at the situation. What's going on with you? Oh, fuck me. Okay. Excuse my French. So you're fine. You definitely want to go there. Oh, I see. Do these ones... Right, the back wants to sit in first. I'm not quite sure how much everyone can see at this current point in time, but... Are you going to go in or are you not going to go in? You came out of here, so you should go back into here. Well, let's try just putting one of these screws back in and just seeing if we can pull it back. It's trying to pull it closer in. Why ain't you going in? This is ridiculous. Go in. Right. No, let's remove that screw because it just doesn't want to go in at all now. Right, why aren't you going in? So that, there are these two little screw marks on the inside of that, and they're clearly just not quite popping into these holes. Unless, oh, because I'm being an idiot. That's why. Ugh. That wants to go on the outside. Okay, now everything lines up. So now all of these screws fit in here. I should have realised that wasn't going in there because the hole I was putting it in wasn't even countersunk. Ugh. What a moron. Ow, and I've just jammed my stomach into the wall screw that's sticking out the back of my chest of drawers. That hurt. Ow. Oh well, continue as we mean to go on, I suppose. I've got my hair caught in a screwdriver. This has been a really eventful build. Everything's gone wrong in the worst possible ways, but I've really enjoyed building this case. I want to do it again. You can just see just how much stuff is packed in here. I'm very glad though that I stuck to a 120mm AIO on the top. I can always upgrade to a 140 at some point, but it's just been really difficult finding PC parts currently, given that the current pandemic has just ramped everything up in prices. That's why I wanted to keep my old graphics card, because I couldn't find anything that was better than it that wasn't £1 million. Occasionally you get bits and pieces, but when on a time deadline as well, it's just like, you know what, it's not worth it, I'll stick with what I got. There we go. That's in. The last thing that needs doing is just the CPU cooler. Granted, all the fans need to go in properly, and ooh, damn it, all of the fans need going in properly and plugging in. But I think for now, I'll probably end this stream once I've done this and get the side panels on it looking pretty. Right, so, oh, there we go. So, that comes off of there, and then these, I don't know if you can see that, yeah, there we go. So that comes off of there, and then these side bits just need to pull out. There's one of them. So these are for an Intel mounting bracket, but we're AMD, so we can just remove those. And we need to put in the AMD ones. So they need to go, which way do they go up? Pointing. Do we use them pointing upwards or downwards? Let's have a look. I think they're going to want to be up. So one of those goes on there. The other one goes on the other side. And then this is where we be careful not to stick our thermal paste over everything. So these little pins just go through the bottom. Can you see that? Sort of, my hand's in the way. So these pins just thread through the bottom there, and they screw on top, and the same on the other side. I was supposed to leave some washers out for this, but apparently I didn't. Oh well, that's fine. I don't think they're that important. And then that just basically wants to sit against there. We try not to smush the thermal paste too much. He says smushing the thermal paste everywhere. So that one wants to sit in the top there, and I'm aware you can't see this, but I don't know how. I'm going to show it that effectively. There we go, and that just sort of sits in there, and then I'm going to tighten these up evenly on both sides until they're just nice and tight and sat in there. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Right, and then you realise that it's got a fan cable caught in it. That just gets tucked over there. And this one also just gets tucked under there. Perfect, and then that's in there, and then that's going to have to plug in down the bottom somewhere. But you know what, I'm going to work out all of those little cables off stream, because this thing has been an absolute pain to build. The last thing I want to do is I just want to get the handle on it. I want to see how heavy it is, and then I'm going to call it a day there, because I still have to pack up all of this stuff. Where did the screws go for the handle? Are these them? I'm going to hope this is them. Oh, it just ripped the packaging it came in. Oh well. Oh, screws for the handle go in with an Allen key. Interesting. The handle itself is relatively heavy, so that just sits on there. It's helpful. I'll actually have an Allen key now for when for when we go in and do fit ups. So let's just sit that one in there, that one in there. Oh right, and go and grab my screwdriver and then realise I've just said it's an Allen key. Can I have Allen, please? Give me the Allen. Come here, Allen. There we go. So that handle just wants to sit in there, and then the screw for that handle just wants to sit in there. Once you get the handle on this thing, it really shows just how cool it is. Right, screw that in there. So this thing, the design of this thing is just so cool. Whoever came up for it, whoever was the designer for this thing, well done, because yeah, I just can't commend it more. It looks cool, it feels cool, it just is cool. Right. I think we're going to call that Dunzos. Let's just move that over a bit. There we go. And just do the heaviness test. Hang on a second, I want to be in the shot for this. I've not been in the shot for half this video. I actually want to be in the shot for this one. Just kind of awkwardly removing his camera. Right, here we go. Are we ready? Oof. Okay, yeah, that's got a bit more weight to it than what you think it would. That is so cool. So, my first mini ITX build. Granted, cables are a bit naff here, there and everywhere. It needs finishing up. But just that on the inside, the light just showed it there, just briefly. The little red flare you've got on one side of it is so cool. I can't wait to actually have this thing plugged in and able to actually do half the stuff I want to do on it. Stream, just have a portable little workstation that isn't a bloody MacBook, because I'm fed up with my MacBook. But yes, thank you all for watching this incredibly disjointed stream. There will be posts on probably just all the social medias soon about what it actually looks like and when it's running, so keep an eye out for those, and hopefully I will figure out what I want to do in terms of doing more projects as this year goes on. But I'm going to go and get a drink and some food because I am starving and I've been staring at these screens for far too long today. How long did that take us in the end? Granted, we had half hour of me trying to figure out how the hell tech works at the start of this video. It took us about 2 hours to build this thing. I'm so happy with it. It's going to be so cool. I need a name for it. That's what I was going to say. If anyone's got any suggestions for names for it, please put them down in the comments below or at me on social media or whatever it is the kids are using these days, because I need to come up with a cool name for it. But thank you all very much for watching. Do all those YouTube things that YouTube tells you to do. Not that I know what they are, because I haven't done this in so long. But yeah, hope everyone is staying safe and keeping well. And hopefully I'll see everyone really soon. Thank you for joining me on this strange day. See you around.